disqualifications for the core championship.
This time, he's got some backup in the brother Smith. The brothers are fighting back, and a quarrel of prayer chops, like stones from David Sling, bring down the great Goliath of a man. Another headbutt from Filter puts Tombstone Jesus down. Marlon Bishop coming out to the ring. Filter completely unawares into the Bishop's cross. This is 100% legal. The brother Smith also come in to help with the cover, and that's it, folks. Tombstone Jesus retains the championship. Marlon Bishop, who had all but won the DCW title from Tom Chad, delivering his own justice on Filter.
I tried to tell him, no, but he didn't want to listen. Blakey didn't want to listen. No more! Next week, any obstacle in Chango's way shall be removed post-haste. Nothing shall stop me from getting what I want!
Sunday morning in Salt Lake City, Utah means one thing: wrestling at the Gateway. Hello, folks. I'm the Cicerone, Lauren Gardner, and welcome to Devotion Championship Wrestling. Thank you for bringing us into your homes and spending your Sunday morning with us. On today's episode, Andrew Sowell looks to reclaim what he believes is rightfully his in the DSWWWIC title. Rumor in the locker room is that Harvey Whipplebaum doesn't even want it. And why would he? Also, coming up, some shocking footage that was captured earlier today when Marlon Bishop was arriving here at the Gateway and he was viciously attacked by Filter. And then, in our main event, a match that got its beginnings months ago, Chango will take on Porter Blake in a last man standing match. We will be revisiting their history before the match. Now, regarding the DSWWWIC, around the locker room it's been said Harvey Whipplebaum doesn't even want it. Let's go to him outside the Gateway.
Hey, Bruce, Atiba, Sam, listen, guys. You guys know I ain't no fighter. How about you guys take on Andrew for me? Just show him what's gonna happen to him if he tries to screw with me. He knows I'm not a fighter. She's just trying to make me look
Time out. Do you think the Black Horsemen are going to help you defend the devotional Hell No championship thing of the Infinity World?
You get that from Staples?
We ain't got time for this, bro. This is a no time piece.
Come on. A man can always hope, can he?
Yes,
Come on.
You can hope, but please just keep hoping and take it somewhere else.
Hope and dream, if you know what I mean. We gotta skip out on you, suckers. Nice.
Earlier this morning, we sent a cameraman to greet Marlon Bishop as he was arriving here at the Gateway. However, instead of getting thoughts on his big win against Sin Bodhi, this is what our cameraman captured instead. Sadly, as of right now, I have no update as to the medical status of Marlon Bishop, but please stay tuned, and I will keep you informed as it's handed to me. We now go ringside with J.V. Vernola.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at this time the Devotion Championship Wrestling Core Champion, Tombstone Jesus!
The Mountain Metal Messiah himself, the Great Watcher to the Brother Smith. There he is, folks, coming back after a huge win in a no DQ match against Filter, who we just saw in that vicious footage attacking Marlon Bishop. The DQ match that we saw between Filter and Tombstone Jesus. Tombstone had a little help from his friends, that being the brother Smith able to jump on and help out with the pin and during the match as well. A cohesive team, if I don't say so myself.
What's up, Tombstoners? I am humbled and honored to stand here in front of you people tonight, my fans. You know, it was just a couple weeks ago, I was laying in a hospital bed, wondering if I'd ever be able to come and entertain you people again.
By the hands of Filter, a vicious, vicious match. Check it out in our archive on YouTube.
Check.
YouTube.com/C/Devotion Wrestling.
But with the help of all you, I was able to successfully defend my core championship title.
That he did, reigning and defending.
So here tonight, I want to dedicate that win to each and every one of you and each and every one of you at home.
Well, we know that sound, and I can't think of two brethren who are more happy to congratulate Tombstone Jesus on that win than those who see him as their great watcher, that is, the Brother Smith. I've said in the past, and I truly believe it, the Brother Smith might be the most improved athletes on the roster right now.
Yes, it was a great night, Great Watcher. Not only to celebrate with you, but I actually got the pinfall on Filter. It's a moment I will never forget.
What do you mean pinfall?
Well, actually, Filter made it a handicap match, so it was my match.
I mean, it was a no DQ, and he did
What
help
do you
in the
mean
pin.
your match, brother Austin? I was in on that match as well. I got the pin as well on Filter.
This is also
Look,
true.
It was my match. It was booked with me, myself, and I.
And me.
And me.
I mean, the Brother Smith aren't wrong. The fans seem to agree, perhaps.
This has got to be a rib.
If you want ribs, we can go to Dave and Buster after the show, but this isn't about pork. This is about the core title.
Brother
You guys
Austin,
serious?
Brother Austin making a claim.
We're serious.
I mean, Tombstone can look at this two different ways. I would hope that he would look at it as flattery, as his mentee wanting to step up, but it almost feels like Tombstone feels maybe a little threatened. One of the production assistants has come out and appears he's given Tombstone Jesus a piece of paper.
Now I know this is a rib.
Whatever was written on the paper, which Tombstone
Pick it up, brother. What's it say?
has clearly upset Tombstone Jesus.
It says, me, you, and Tombstone. Triple threat match for the core title next week.
Holy shit.
Some, pardon the language of the Brother Smith, ladies and gentlemen, but it has been said, apparently, management and Vince Russo have decided that the Brother Smith have earned a chance at the Core Championship. We'll see that, apparently, next week. Don't go anywhere, folks. Up next, Andrew Sowell will yet again try to reclaim the Devotional Sowell Worldwide Infinity Championship from its current holder, although I don't think the current holder wants to defend it all that much. We'll be back after this.
Collar and Elbow was founded on the traditional values of professional wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level. A symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. This is our company. This is our brand. For all of us who love wrestling, it belongs to us.
All right, Glade. This is how it's gonna go down because I'm the boss and I call all the shots around here. This is what you want, isn't it? This is what you want, isn't it? See, I don't want this thing. But unfortunately for you, it gives me power. And for whatever reason, when you get hands around this thing, you go from Bruce Banner to the Incredible Hulk. Like that. And I can use that. So we're going to take this little snot rag. We're going to hang it high above the ring. And if you're able to get your hands on it, it's yours. I back the hell off, I leave you alone. But when I win, you work for me! You become my puppet! So you bring your rotten hide, I'll bring your little friend, and a ladder. Capiche?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring at this time, Andrew Sowell.
I am inevitable.
Just over a year ago, we saw Andrew Sowell make his debut here at Devotion Championship Wrestling. I, for one, had high hopes as he debuted along being brought in and stewarded by Tom Chad. However, instead of both of them being formidable foes and friends, they both ended up being fiendishly fickle foes. How's that for alliteration, folks? Andrew Sowell, with a mic in the hand, surprising no one, and I'm sure he'll have choice words for everyone. Excuse the technical difficulties.
Madam, put your walking stick down, please. Now!
The fans letting Andrew Sowell know that they don't think too much
Quiet, please. The legitimate champion is speaking with his mouth.
Is Harvey coming out that ready to start this match?
Grandpa Hardly, because again, he's hardly a man. What are you doing here?
Andrew?
Hey, you give me my title because I, before I crowned myself the legitimate champion, put in a clause that said that I get to have that back if anyone screwed me, which is exactly what you did.
Andrew.
Yes, that's my name.
There's not going to be a match this evening. Listen, I'm not a wrestler. I'm a scholar. Even a gentleman. I think quite a lover, too. But I'm not going to fight you. In this case, I've got the belt and I've got a contract. You signed the contract and all rights to the DSWWWIC title revert to you. So what you gonna do?
This actually has more validity in obtaining the title than how Andrew got it in the first place. If I were Andrew, this is a no-brainer.
So in this case is my title and a contract.
Well, it's my title, but there's a contract.
Only Andrew Sowell could screw up a no-brainer. Appears he's doesn't have the wits to open the briefcase, but Josh Glade comes out of nowhere and power slams the inaugural DSWWWIC title holder into the mat. He's got eyes for the I think our giant here is a little confused, as we just saw Josh Glade was proposing a ladder match with the doll in the
Ring the
briefcase.
bell.
And Glade, he might have briefcase blindness. Regardless, it wasn't the right briefcase. And instead, successfully defended the DSWWWIC is Harvey Whipplebaum, Esquire. Coming up, folks, we will be looking at the history behind our main event. The last man standing match between Chango and Porter Blake. Former stablemates who have been at each other's throats for the past few months. All of that and more to come after this.
DCW presents Painsgiving. Gorge yourself at a live TV taping. See more suffering than dinner with your in-laws. But don't wait to get tickets because seating to this private event is limited. The first match starts at 7 p.m. and the doors open at 6. Way better than Grandma's cranberry sauce, this is a DCW tradition you won't want to miss. November 14th at the Painsgiving.
Just what you cheese lovers have been hankering for. Tireless research, of course, is responsible for the goodness of the two ingredients. Let them work their speed magic in your kitchen. 2 boxes for 1 single red point. Just what you cheese lovers have been hankering for.
Today's main event has built up from 3 months ago when Chango beat Bruce Wayans in a $1,000 wager that the Mad Showman could pin the final boss 2 times in 5 minutes. After succeeding, Porter Blake put down Chango with a Zao down. The two met again 2 weeks later in the squared circle and put on a showcase of mat prowess. It ended with Porter Blake submitting to the submission skills of Chango. After his defeat, Porter Blake took instant vengeance, striking Chango multiple times with nunchaku. But this war was far from being over. 3 weeks later, the two met in a Salt Lake City street fight. And just when Porter Blake was about to submit, in came Bruce Wayans, and down went Chango with an assisted Zao down. 2 weeks after that, Chango and Blake were recruited for an 8-man tag match between the Brother Smith and Tombstone Jesus and the Black Horsemen. In this chaotic cavalcade of catch as catch can, one of the Brothers Smith was able to pull off a pin. Again, quick to seek vengeance, Blake garroted Chango. And then, just 2 weeks ago, Chango agreed to a handicap match against Atiba and Bruce Wayans. Chango was able to get the win, only to be rewarded with a Zao down from Zuren Porter Blake. Will the score finally be settled in today's last man standing match? And now let's turn once again to JV Vernola, our ring announcer, to kick off this main event.
The following contest is a last man standing match. There are no rules. The only way to win is to keep your opponent down for a count of 10. Introducing first, from the Xiao Dojo, weighing in at 210 pounds, Zuren Porter Blake.
Already the fans being vocal about their thoughts on Zuren himself. As this is a no DQ match, there is no pretense. Porter Blake coming to the ring, nunchaku around his neck, a master of the Zao style, demonstrating his Zao salutation, preparing to enter the ring. With a smile on his face, Porter Blake feels he's got this, and this time it's Chango.
Come with me! Come with me!
Chango is the one who gets the surprise advantage attack on Porter Blake, using the nunchaku around his neck, throwing him out of the ring, and a ta-da to boot. Again, as I stated earlier, there is no disqualification in this match, and it can be won or lost anywhere as long as the referee is there to count. Oh!
Kick!
Both competitors known for their precise strikes and also their submissions, but I feel there aren't going to be a lot of submission tactics used in this bout. Blake up against the ring post. Oh, man. Chango calling for a punchline, and instead, Blake is able to dodge it. Chango is left with a fistful of steel. Blake now has, he now has Chango's hand wrapped in the links of the nunchaku. And right off the bat, we are seeing the devastation that those strikes can have on an opponent. Blake now Oh, yeah, working that hand again that he had earlier in the chain links up against the post. Oh, Blake showing off his TKD skills with a devastating batang tsunchugi. Blake's not finished yet, pulling Chango up by the neck, lines him up. Chango dodges a kick, and Blake now taking an opportunity to deliver some damage of his own. Calls for the kick, delivers it right to the side of the head. Says it's not good enough. Goes for a second, and Blake goes down. Our official of this match, sophomore referee Sean, administering the count. Again, as long as the opponent is able to get up before a 10 count, the match will continue. Chango called for a second kick, but it's caught with the nunchaku into a dragon screw leg whip from Porter Blake. Beautiful combination there. Now Porter Blake, perhaps seeing a chink in the armor of Chango with that dragon screw leg whip, now seemingly working the leg that he first started on with that leg whip. Again. Oh, man. Hyperextending the knee. That's a surefire way to injure a patella if I've ever seen one. Now, a last man standing match is unlike any other beast. It actually favors those who conserve their energy, especially for two fighters who are as well versed as these two we have here. They're able to bounce back from a lot, especially with a 10 count. Now, Porter Blake is the type who always has a plan, and I'm wondering if is he looking to put Chango back into the ring, or no, instead he's looking to use the apron of the ring as a solid base. Oh, and Porter Blake able to execute what he had anticipated. And it was enough for Chango to be down. Our official administering the count. Up to a 5 count. Is Chango? Yes, he is stirring up to his feet and comes back with a snapping front kick onto the shoulder. Almost looked like he was going for that flying cross armbar that he's famous for, but instead, both competitors come down on the apron. Blake on the floor, Chango up to his feet in the ring, and the count continues for Blake. And this is the nature of a last man standing match. I mean, we've had maybe 15, 20 seconds of action in the ring, and the rest has been dang near in the laps of the devoted faithful, but Blake able to get to his feet, comes into the ring, Chango poised on the opposite direction, shoulder tackling Blake into the turnbuckle. Chango's not finished yet, goes for a second, but Blake still not going down. Chango comes through with a lariat, and Blake might be out. Chango showing the effects of the toll that his body has taken throughout this match thus far, and the count being administered to Blake, stirring and coming to, onto one knee, now onto two, up to a 7 count though. He is back up, able to anticipate a right hook. Chango dodges a punch, and they both go down with roundhouse punches in stereo. Sophomore official Sean administering the count. It makes me wonder that regardless of who wins this match, if this is really over, I mean, the Batman can't exist without the Joker, and I wonder if the animosity, the vitriol between these two is what keeps them going. Porter Blake stops another clothesline, sets up for the Zhao down. Oh my Goodness gracious, good night, Irene. You could hear clearly all of Chango's left fist connecting with the side of Porter Blake's face. Up to a 6 count, folks. Blake has not moved. Barely now starting to come to at 9. And that's it, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, the Mad Showman, Chango S. Bronson.
A deserved win for the Mad Showman. Well done, Chango. You earned those stripes today. There's no doubt in that. A big win for Chango and a devastating loss for Porter Blake, and perhaps even more so to the ego of Porter Blake. Someone will have to let him know what happened later on when he has his wits about him once again, because right now he cannot make heads from tail. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here at the Gateway, whether you be at home or here at a live taping. Speaking of live tapings, we have one coming up November 14th. Come and be part of the action here and join the ranks of the devoted faithful. For information on tickets and accommodations, contact DCW on Facebook. As always, folks, I'm Lauren Gardner, and until next time, stay devoted.
Now I will kill you.
DCW presents Pains Giving. Gorge yourself at a live TV taping. See more suffering than dinner with your in-laws. But don't wait to get tickets, because seating to this private event is limited. The first match starts at 7 p.m. and the doors open at 6. November 14th at the Gateway. Pains Giving.